I'm a living historian who lives here in LaFayette, Georgia, in Walker County. I am an avid historical buff, especially the Civil War. I wear these clothes so that I can promote the local history of the engagements involved here, and also that I can try to serve my county by promoting history and tourism. I would invite anybody who would be listening to this to come to Walker County in Lafayette, Georgia, and learn about our history. It's colorful, it's passionate, and it has true meaning to all those involved. As we're standing here, you can see the Confederate marker behind me. Behind it is the John B. Gordon Hall. To my right here is the Marshworthen House. These all are in the center of town, and they are part of our local history, especially the Civil War and early settlement of Walker County. What I have on is a 1859 cavalry saber. The nickname for this thing was the wrist breaker because it had the tendency to break your wrist if you did not hold it right in action. To my right here is a Sharp's carbine. This is 52 caliber, percussion fired, breech loading action of a falling block design. In other words, when you drop the lever here, the block falls down. You would then reach back here, grab a 52 caliber combustible cartridge, shove it into the breech, at which point you raise the block, which would cut the back end of the breech off. You would then half-cock your weapon, withdraw a cap, and place on the nipple of the weapon, fully cock, aim, and discharge the weapon. This is how the cavalrymen of the time would have carried. Armistead's men would have carried what were called musketoons. These were Enfield rifles shortened half the length in which they could be carried on horseback. These were muzzle-loading weapons which had to be, the paper cartridge had to be bit open and then the powder poured down the barrel, the ball then put in and rammed home, and then it had to be capped and fired to discharge. The Marsh House just to the north of us was the point of action of Armistead's men. In the transom over the planter's porch, there was a bullet hole left from the battle. The buildings to the south here were not here during the battle. The only existing building I know of at that point was the Marsh Mercantile building at the corner of Villanelle and Main Street.